Today we're looking at Jim Bridger. Hello, welcome to the Daily Bellringer. Please don't forget to subscribe and take a look at the questions down in the description. Also, don't forget to check out dailybellringer.com where you'll find more resources that go with many of the Bellringer videos. Jim Bridger was an explorer, mountain man, and frontiersman who would pave the way for the settlement of the western United States by establishing paths and trails for others to follow as they pursued their manifest destiny. James Felix Bridger, known as Jim Bridger, was born on March 17, 1804 in Richmond, Virginia. When Jim was just a young boy, his family moved to near St. Louis, Missouri, which at that time was considered on the edge of the American frontier. Life was challenging, and young Jim learned early on how to work hard and survive in tough conditions. Unfortunately, both of his parents died when he was just 13, leaving him and his sister to fend for themselves. Jim found work as a blacksmith's apprentice, learning skills that would later help him in his adventurous life. In 1822, when Jim was just 18, he joined a fur trading expedition organized by General William Henry Ashley. This group, known as Ashley's 100, traveled up the Missouri River, very much following the same route that Lewis and Clark had journeyed. Their goal was to trap beavers, whose fur was in high demand for making hats. This was the beginning of Jim Bridger's life as a mountain man. He quickly proved himself to be brave, resourceful, and skilled in the wilderness. As a mountain man, Bridger spent many years exploring the American West. He traveled through what are now the states of Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and Utah. Bridger became an expert in survival, hunting, and trapping. He learned from and traded with Native American tribes, including the Crow and the Shoshone. Bridger married 3 times, all to women who were members of Native American tribes. He would have 5 children, but all but 1 child died before reaching adulthood. His knowledge of Native American languages and customs made him a valuable communicator between the native tribes and other trappers or settlers. One of Bridger's most famous discoveries was the Great Salt Lake in present-day Utah. In 1824, while exploring with fellow trappers, Bridger came across the vast salty body of water. At first, he thought he was on an arm of the Pacific Ocean because of how salty the water was. Bridger was also among one of the first Americans to explore what is today Yellowstone National Park in northwest Wyoming. These discoveries added to his reputation as one of the most knowledgeable and daring explorers of the West. Bridger was also known as a master storyteller. Most of the stories he would share with other trappers and traders focused on his own adventures in the West, and many times were clearly exaggerated. In 1843, Bridger helped establish Fort Bridger in southwestern Wyoming along the Oregon Trail. The fort served as a trading post and rest stop for immigrants traveling west to Oregon, California, and Utah. Fort Bridger became an important landmark and played a significant role in the westward expansion of the United States. Bridger's knowledge of the land and the trails made him an invaluable guide for settlers as well as the U.S. Army. Bridger also helped blaze trails through the Rocky Mountains, including what would become known as the Bridger Trail. This route provided a safe path for settlers to the gold fields in Montana. His skills as a guide were unmatched, and his ability to find the best routes through difficult terrain saved many lives. In his later years, Bridger continued to work as a guide and scout. He helped the U.S. Army during conflicts with Native American tribes, using his knowledge of the land to assist in military operations. Despite the harsh life he led, Bridger lived to be an old man. He retired to a farm near Kansas City, Missouri in the late 1860s. By this point, his eyesight was failing and eventually he was completely blind. He was cared for by his one surviving child, Virginia. Jim Bridger passed away on July 17, 1881, at the age of 77. Jim Bridger's life is a testament to the spirit of adventure and exploration that characterized the American West. His contributions as a mountain man, explorer, and guide were invaluable to opening up the western frontier to settlers. Bridger's discoveries and trails that he blazed helped map the West and made travel and settlement possible. So with that, hopefully you learned something, and thanks for watching.